Hey everyone. So I have been working on this a lot. Way too many. Like way too much. But I've actually made a lot of progress on something that I never really thought I'd ever be able to do. But here it is. So you'll notice that it's not an extended first-person shooter template anymore. I'm kind of changing the name because it's really not just an extended first-person shooter template. And someone else is already working on one, and it fits the bill a lot better, like as advertised. Whereas what I'm working on right now is starting to feel a lot like, feeling a lot more like, I don't know, a game or some kind of like thing that I'm just doing. It doesn't. I don't know if this is going to necessarily feel like, hey, here's a template. It's going to feel more like a, hey, here's something that you can check out and like pull it apart and make something with it. But like, it's not like a template. At least not like the things you usually see on the marketplace. In fact, I don't really even know. I'd like to get your guys' opinion on this. But anyway, let me show you what I've been doing. So this is the PvE. This is a player versus environment style thing. I'm leaning heavily in the direction of randomly generated levels, sort of in the same vein as maybe Warframe. But it could also just go in the Doom 1 direction, Doom 2, where there's just handcrafted maps and you can just play them over and over again and be looting them and your character gets better and better. Here's the inventory screen. I currently don't have anything in my backpack. Here's all the different things. I don't have tooltips yet. I do have the ability to drop credits, ammo on the ground. I'll get to that in a little bit. Attack power, armor class, all these things are now hooked up. You'll notice that my health is way lower because I'm only a level 1 character. My experience points to get to level 100, or just to get to level 2, I mean, is 1,000. I'll go into more detail about this. So the first thing to kind of check out is, all right. So here is an example thing of just the main weapons that I have now. I need to make a whole bunch of these. I need to make like a lot of them. But in fact, tonight I'm probably going to just go through and make like a decent list. So I'm going to take the pistol. All right, grab all this. You notice it says that they're level 1. Well, the loot in this game actually levels up. Like, well, it doesn't gain experience points necessarily, although I'm considering like crafting components to be able to like level up a weapon. But the containers that I'm picking up, these like equipment cases, have a level assigned to them, and it generates the loot based on that level range. So sometimes I might get a level 2 item. So every once in a while, you'll see like an item that's like one level above. You see this in all these, in like Diablo and all these fucking games with looter shooters and stuff. Like sometimes you'll get an item that's one level above your level, and now I got to get to the next level in order to be able to finally equip it. Although it didn't happen in the video, these items do have different quality levels as well. So you can get like green, blue, and purple. I think that's it. So anyway, now this started off as a Quake template. In fact, I'm still using the fucking sounds. I really need to change these sounds. But now I can equip the pistol. Now the pistol is sitting in my number 1 slot. And pistols always go into this slot, right? The grenade launchers always go into slot 6. You notice the padlocks. I'll get to that in a second. Rocket launcher goes in 4. SMG. Now, it's not just SMG, it's also rifles go in that slot as well. Shotguns always go here. It's kind of sacrilege that I'm making a Quake or a Doom-style game and the shotgun is not number 3. Blasphemy. Here's my melee weapon. Melee weapon goes here. Now, I can unequip these things as well. So, and I can have different ones. So I might like pick up loot, and you'll see, hey, look, I got a pistol that's level 2, or I'll be like level 8, and I'll find an upgrade shotgun or some kind of a unique shotgun that I can get, and the loot is just totally random. So the whole system is all set up that way. So it's like Quake, but it's like Destiny. The reason why I'm doing this is actually kind of because this is something that I've just wanted to do for a really long time. I was kind of always wanting to see like somebody take Doom or Quake and then just kind of turn it into this kind of a game, like a looter shooter, where you're like constantly finding better and better stuff, and then there's reasons to keep playing the same levels over and over again, and your character keeps getting better and better, and you keep leveling up. Like, I actually really like that. I think that's really fucking cool. So, like, there's no first-person shooters that are necessarily going in that direction. This one is, if I can get much further. I seem to be doing okay, even though it's taking like all of my spare time. Anyway, boots. So you notice that my armor class is going up. Now, you notice that I have an armor class, but there is still, so I'll use these as an example. These items are all going to be phased out because they're not needed anymore for this. They work for the PvP, but they're not going to be used in PvE. But you'll notice that if I grab the green armor, okay, so I have green armor right now. The way this works is this actually acts more as a type of durability that determines an overall stat boost, and armor class determines how effective this armor is. So having a higher armor class means that my yellow armor will be better, right? But in early levels, yellow armor is pretty nice. It's just not it's not as good if I have really good gear in these slots. Like if I'm wearing like a really nice helmet and if I have really good body armor and gloves and stuff like that, like, it makes this armor better and it acts like durability. So it sort of takes the old mechanic and kind of shifts it on its ear. It's a little weird. All right. So with that, you'll notice that there are these padlocks on the weapons. Now, this was originally an idea that I wanted to do in Project Stray, which is another first-person shooter project that I kind of gave up on because I didn't have the ability to get it to the point that I wanted it to be. So there's still a lot of ideas that I'm pulling from Project Stray. But one of them is that you actually have exactly what this is right now. So, like, you can equip a shotgun of your choice in PvP. So like it'll be like special when you go into PvP. You'll see like special weapons and gear. There's like gladiator shotgun of blah blah blah, right? That gladiator shotgun, there might be 2 or 3 of them, and you pick the one that you like and equip it to the slot. And now what you do is you find these guys right here. See these number thingies? They unlock these slots. So it's the same thing as picking up a weapon, but really what it's doing is it's unlocking the weapons that you have equipped. It's taking that idea that from before, from regular Quake, and kind of putting it on its ear. Like, you have loadouts, but there's like different types of grenade launchers and different types of rifles and SMGs and shotguns and rocket launchers, and you might have this weird rocket launcher that only fires one shot really slowly, but it does like 20% more damage and stuff like that. You may have that equipped, but you're still going to have to get to the number 4 slot in order to unlock it. So, boom, now I have access to my rocket launcher. So if I press 4, you notice the rocket launcher on the bottom. Oh, I need ammo. Grab some ammo. Okay. Alright. So if I want my shotgun, here we go. Like, and then I can... Right? So it's the same thing. It's the same thing as picking up the weapons, except now there's this layer of complexity that's been added on. Now, you'll notice too, some of these actually have icons. A lot of the icons are not created yet because I'm still working on this. It's still very much a process, a work in progress. Well, there's medkits and stim packs, and you'll also notice that there's a dismantle button. My plan is to make it so that see how like you can get the jacket armor, you can get combat armor. These all act just like this armor down here, right? And when you use it, it's like ching ching, and then you get the you've got yellow armor. And if you have like a bunch of armor shards, you can actually consume them at that point in time and boost your yellow armor. Or you can dismantle them for crafting components to be able to craft something that's even better down the road. So if you get like extra armor that you don't really need, or if you get extra things that you don't really want, you dismantle it and you get materials, crafting cases, or crafting materials and credits. Credits are for buying stuff. I haven't even got to that part yet. I don't even know how I'm going to have some kind of shops or whatever, or credits are just like needed for crafting. I don't know. But armor parts, gun parts, crafting tools, alchemy components, jump mod parts. So like you need a certain amount of these, and the system already is set up so that you can have like higher quality versions of these. I'm kind of really lifting this idea right directly from the Division. In fact, there's a lot of stuff from the Division. I'm just kind of yanking. Yoink! It's kind of funny that like one person can just like do that. But that all goes just like that. So I might have a gun that requires 3 regular gun parts and 1 high quality gun part, and I can craft and randomly generate a gun, kind of like Diablo 3 crafting, or something like that. All right. Now this is ammo. Ammo works a little bit differently. Now one of the things that really bothers the shit out of me in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 is having your inventory here just cluttered with fucking ammo. And it's like 15 different types, and it's all confusing and shit. One of the things that I've always wanted in the Fallout universe, honestly, is to just store your ammo as variables in a specific place. A lot of games do this already with crafting components. For fuck's sake, this just needs to happen in games like in Fallout. So I don't have to like look at how much ammo I have when I'm trying to sift through and to find something else. So when I take 100 energy ammo, you'll notice that it goes right to here. It doesn't go here. So rockets, grenades, shotgun shells. Now I'm full, completely full on ammo. Right? And these are unlocks that when used, when consumed, they act just like the items in there, and they're saved on your character. So once you unlock that slot, your character now forever will have that slot unlocked. It's kind of like one of those things where, like, when you're first leveling up and you're low level, and maybe there's this one boss on the 3rd level or something like that that has like a decent chance or a decent chance to drop weapon unlocks, so you kind of grind them for a little while, or maybe you can just buy them from the shop or craft them. So there should be like multiple ways to get these, but it's like one of the first things that you're doing early on in the game is unlocking all of your slots. And maybe like for the first 5 levels in the game, you never even see a rocket launcher, a lightning gun, or a grenade launcher. In fact, actually, what I might do on that note, I might make it so that the grenade launcher is available sooner than a lot of the other weapons. But anyway, with that said, like I can consume these and unlock these slots, and it's just saved to my character as permanent upgrades. Alright, so with that said, I do have the ability to drop ammo if I want to. See, I only drop 5 at a time. I really, like, at this point in time, I'm so burned, like, trying to get everything else in functional that I haven't built a widget component that asks you exactly how much you want to drop. So I just let you drop 5 at a time, or 2 at a time, depending on what it is. And here they all are sitting in a thing that drops at my feet. So if I'm playing with a friend, I can be like, "Do you need shotgun ammo?" All right, and then like drop like a bunch of shotgun ammo or something. I can give credits. I can do all that stuff. And there you go. All right, and the container system is here's like all of the different types of containers. Containers are set up in such a way that they, I think I already mentioned this, they have a level. There's a limited number of things that can spawn on them. They have random chance to spawn stuff. So let's take a look at this. You notice all of these. All right. All right. Use local loot table is if I'm placing something manually and in the level, and the level designer can choose what's in the container. That's not something that I need to put tooltips and everything like that on all of this. So anyway, here's an all weapon case. As I'm creating more and more weapons, this case is going to get very, very full, probably like 30 variations of weapons for the build that I want to try to set up. Loot quality is just a way to manually specify what color the container is, because the quality of loot in the game, or the quality of loot that spawns in the container, will actually change the color of the container. So if there's a jump mod, this is for, let me equip that, okay. Notice the jump mod actually increases my max stamina by a certain amount. You're probably thinking, stamina on a first-person shooter, what have you done? No, sprinting doesn't deplete stamina. Stamina is only for special maneuvers. Right now it's for double jumping. Which I probably shouldn't call double jumping. Well, anyway, there's different types of jumping. There's super jumping, and one of them is a jetpack. So there's a few variations. You can get them. You'll probably be able to get them within the first 10 levels of the game, or at least early on. See if I take this off. I can't do it anymore. So anyway, what was I getting at? So here is where I add the items into the container, right? So these are the different types of items that can spawn. Spawn tokens is the number of items that are allowed to spawn. So what I do is I figure all this stuff out, and at the very end I shuffle, and then I determine how many to, where to cut it off. So if I put this at 3, there'll only be 3 weapons. It'll shuffle it, and then there will be 3 weapons out of this loot table. So that's how that works. I mean, this isn't the most robust system. It's not as good as Skyrim or Fallout, but it's good enough. Now, it doesn't matter if the items stack. It doesn't matter if it's 0 or 1. This is loot attempts. So if I have like ammo, this will continue to re-roll to spawn the amount of ammo that's needed. Loot proc chance is, so like if I put it at 0.5, that's the chance that one of these loot attempts will spawn. So there's a 50% chance that the broad axe will appear. And that's about it. That's where I'm at. That's what I've been doing. Hope you enjoyed. I'd like to have any feedback or anything like that. I had to cut this video probably pretty hardcore because it's 5 minutes longer than I'm allowed to fucking upload because of a copyright strike, which sucks. So there you go. Let me know any thoughts and anything like that, and stay tuned for more. I have been working on this, so that's that. Thank you.